Boozing with gays.
You know you have to play it again. Well, you heard me.
You heard me. Oh my goodness. Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
Do you want to tell everyone why we chose the vodka cranberry?
Vodka Cranberry is because it's the color red, which symbolizes Juneteenth.
Juneteenth
is today. Today it is what?
Juneteenth.
And I am.
Did you do anything to celebrate Juneteenth?
I did. You know what I did today?
What?
I went out and I went to go see The Blackening because I wanted to support Black people in the arts. Mm-hmm. And that's why. Well, first of all, let me say hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? And for those of you who don't know, I know that last week when we did this, I was in Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, today I'm in Memphis, Tennessee.
What?
I am. I'm in Memphis. I came down to Memphis for a couple days because we have days off from the show, and my friend Curtis C is in Memphis. I said, hey, I'm going to drive up. I didn't know it was like under 2 hours. Under 2 hours. I couldn't even finish the soundtrack to Hamilton.
Oh.
It was crazy. So, yes. So I went to go see The Blackening. And let me tell y'all, you need to go see this movie. Now, sadly, there were only about 4 people in the movie theater. And nothing against white people, but 2 of them were white. And then 2 single Black people. And it is a movie you want to see with a bunch of Black people. I'm going to tell you, because you understand it is so for Black people. White people can go and you'll get a lot of it. Trust me, you'll understand a lot of it. But they are some of the blackest things I've ever seen in a movie. It is so amazing.
I don't like the shadows of my glasses. I don't know what I did. I did shadows of my glasses. Okay, you keep talking. Well, first, while I'm moving lights around, who's in with them? The Blackening, I mean.
You know, I wish I could tell you the name of the actors. I don't know the names of these. They're all younger and extremely talented and funny as hell. Funny as hell. Hey, Madonna. Hey, Robin.
Funny as hell.
Amanda. Hey, girl. How you doing? Barbara Haas is here. Hey, Ricardo. You watched it with Pat. So, yeah. So that I recommend that to everybody. But it's been really nice. Because, you know, when we've gone to Memphis, we've like gone downtown, Beale Street and all that, who and what and what. I'm like in a neighborhood where it's like there's restaurants and it's real cool and hip and trendy. And the theater scene here is amazing. It's crazy. So
you're thumbs up.
I'm thumbs up on Memphis.
Are you seeing any people in drag?
There is a drag show happening this weekend.
Well, remember when they tried to pass that law in Tennessee about how people couldn't be dressed in drag, and it was turned down just last week, wasn't it? Or 2 weeks ago? I think I was wondering if people are out celebrating. I get to wear drag.
Well, I mean, I'm not in, drag central, I don't believe. I went to a gay bar last night. My friend Curtis and I went to a gay bar last night, and that was exciting.
Why?
Like,
did you pick up on someone?
Sadly, yes. No, it was like being in the land of misfit toys. It really was. So I found everyone there completely interesting. It was crazy. But, and I realized that when we've come here, we've never gone to a gay bar. We never went to.
We were there with kids. I mean, it's, I've only been there once, but when we were there with the kids.
Yeah. Hey, Jason.
So we have a couple things to cover.
Okay.
We had Father's Day yesterday.
Father's Day yesterday.
May have been one of my worst Father's Days ever, so that was fun.
Why was it your worst Father's Day ever? Because I wasn't there to love you and kiss you.
Because you weren't there to spread rays of sunshine every which way. No, because I hurt my. So Maxwell, our second child, was born on Father's Day,
Yep.
And this year, their birthday landed on Father's Day. So for Maxwell's birthday party, they said, well, I don't want to do it on Father's Day because I'm not sure my friends will be able to come. And Max likes things small, like 4 people tops. That's it. So her and it was 3 of her friends and her, and we took them. I took them because you were not there. I took them to an escape room in Hollywood, which those things are crazy expensive. Just saying.
Everyone's trying to escape Hollywood.
And they did the escape room, then they came back to the house for pizza and whatever. So I was just hanging out in my room, and at one point I'm bringing my legs up on the bed. That's all it was. Everyone does that move. Bring your legs up on the bed, and my knee popped out of its socket. I don't know why. And that was freaking painful.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you went through it.
So I'm still hobbling around. I'm wearing a knee brace as we speak, and that was Father's Day. So that you had some heavy painkillers here at the house because you always do. You're a bit of not on live TV. No, but you have them from various operations you've had. You've leftover, and I took a leftover painkiller of yours.
People are going to say something about that.
I know they can't say it. That's fine.
Even if it's your husband's, you taking someone's leftover medication.
I did.
Yes,
it was probably expired. Even if you want to add that to the list, who knows? It sent. I was fine that rest of that night, but the next day, meaning yesterday, I was down the entire day. I was like, I couldn't get off the couch. I was just like living underwater. That was way too strong for me. I didn't like the feeling at all.
Yep, I should have told you to take half because that's all.
You should have told me to take half, and I didn't. You know what struck me? I said, so people enjoy this feeling because people get addicted to the stuff, and I'm like, this is not a feeling that I want to get addicted to at all.
Because you end up not feeling anything.
You can't do anything. Yeah. I just literally went, I guess I could go back to sleep. That was the constant. Well, I could go right. I just took a nap, but I might take another one. So that was my Father's Day, sleeping on the couch.
Oh, there's Joe Littert. You're here. Oh my God. Well, hello, beautiful man. So good to see you. So I hate the fact that I missed our youngest child's 17th birthday, but I have a beautiful gift for them, which they saw already because I had to show them to make sure they liked it because you can't buy anything. Hey, Carter, love you. Because you can't buy anything for a 17-year-old without showing them. You just don't do that.
I disagree with that entirely, but that's okay. We have.
Oh, you want to buy your child clothes?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. So I bought my child clothes and I said, do you like this? They said yes. So I bought it for their birthday.
They can be picky. I understand what you did. I get it.
So Jason Singer is here. I've just talked about this because he's in the comments. Jason Singer is here. And he was almost the man I should have married. Yeah.
Yes.
Jason Singer.
I think that maybe he would have something to say about that. Just a thought.
Well, all I know is that his mother would have been his parents would have been very happy because I got to have a couple dinners with his parents and they would have been very happy. Hey, Vanessa Stewart, that's all I'm saying. We would have
do you want to go give it a shot? You want to go to Long Island to be with Jason's parents? What are we saying here?
They're in Florida.
Oh, Florida. Why did I think Long Island? I made that up.
You did make that up. Can we play? So as we said, today is Juneteenth, and Juneteenth was in 1865 when 1863 is when the Emancipation Proclamation happened. In 1865, though, is when other states, particularly Texas, found out that they were free. Are you
pretending to read the thing I wrote but didn't write?
Oh, I don't have it because I got the two things. I'm just sharing this because it is a real thing. But there's someone who doesn't believe.
Huh? Well, let's round. Can I round out the thought before we go to the someone?
Round out the thought before you go.
Okay. So 2.5 years after, and I of course I had to look this up because I always have to remind myself, what is Juneteenth again? I want to know what this is. So 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, Texas wasn't given. They're like, nah, not us. And so basically General Gordon Granger goes in and he basically says, guess what, Texas, you have to follow suit. And he freed 250,000 slaves from Texas alone. So that's kind of amazing. So Juneteenth started sort of in Texas because that was on June 19th. I'm sure there's a year somewhere on my notes, 1865. Yeah, and so anyway, so it started in Texas and it's blossomed tremendously over the last couple of years, specifically after George Floyd, even. So it's more recognizable to people who are not Black, more so than before. That's all I meant to say.
Yeah. Well, because it is now a national holiday.
Yes. Well, Biden declared that last year. Yes. Yeah. So I haven't. I have a thing. Oh wait, what are you gonna do? What?
I think it was 2 years ago he declared it a national holiday.
Oh, it might have been 2 years ago. You're right.
It was 2 years ago.
You ready?
Warren.
Because you're gonna. I'm introducing this.
All right. Yes, we're back with Coot of the Week. So this was said today in a tweet by a certain person who I'm sure that you all know. So Hutchins, you want to put the tweet up? So the real Candace Owens says that Juneteenth is still ghetto and made up. Hope everyone enjoys it.
She's won this award way too many times. Just saying.
That shows you the type of person that she is. So,
like, I don't understand how she can say it's made up. I mean, the 4th of July is made up. They're all made up. I mean, it's made up. So what does it matter? I mean, it makes no sense. This is actually based on a real date in history. So I don't find that made up. I find that historical.
I'm so sick of her. I don't know what to do. Because I'm just like, and the thing is that she types that, and then every white supremacist online picks it up, reposts it, and say, see? So she's doing the work of the white supremacist, and it's like, ooh. Jennifer Lee Warren says, play that video. You know the video.
I never get rid of it because someone always wants it.
Hey, Kevin.
All right.
Hey, Tanya.
This is old school me. You'll see because you'll be able to see us on either side of the video. That's how my lack of talent back then.
In Vail, Colorado today, Candace Owens was caught stealing trash out of a dumpster. Our reporters tried to catch up to her to get a comment. Candace, please, why are you stealing trash out of a dumpster? Candace then tried to crawl inside of the dumpster. Upon further review, when we looked inside of the dumpster, we noticed she was in there with Larry Elder, who was also stealing garbage. Back to you, Becky.
Does it get old? It doesn't get old for me.
It doesn't get old.
Candace, wait.
It's like, I just don't understand. I don't understand her. It's just. Back to you, Becky.
Back to you, Becky. Okay, we're jumping ahead. We're just keep doing this show. We're on a roll, Michael. Here we go.
Gay stuff.
That startles me, even. It's a bit intense.
Great, bold, brilliantly.
Boom, gay news. Michael, we have a bunch of gay news today. I was so excited to do our gay news.
Well, you're gay.
Yay.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
All right, so what's our gay news about?
Well, I'll just start. I mean, some of it is fascinating. Somebody, well, that is odd. I want to start with England. I have two English things.
Ooh.
Number one, the UK. What?
You don't ever know whether it's like when you're like watching like British people, you don't know whether they're gay or straight. So is this really gay news or just regular?
Well,
news?
and that goes to our video that's coming up. You'll appreciate the video then. But the first thing that came to my gay news thing was that the UK will pardon women for crimes of homosexuality. Now they're going to pardon women for crimes of homosexuality. So they've already started this because the Queen pardoned Alan Turing long after he died in 2013, posthumously, they like to say.
Didn't they put him on the pound or something? Then they put him on.
Did they put? Well, he's dead. They probably did. Like Alan Turing, boom, on there.
Here's a
And
statement.
so after 2013, then men started releasing homosexual men going, well, maybe it's not really a crime, but it's taken this long, 10 extra years before they released homosexual women. I found that whole thing kind of peculiar. I'm glad they're doing it. It's about time.
Oscar Wilde's like, what do you mean?
And this, I'm just going to let the clip speak for itself because it's all kind of in there. But I thought this clip was awesome. You sent this to me.
Cassandra.
Here we go.
I just went on a program and said, do you want to be she, her, or he, him? And I went, well, she, her. I like, do you want a coffee, a latte? It was that easy. And when that came out across America and Britain, where I'm known the best, they changed all my pronouns in 2 days. When I was 10, I thought I'd quite like to be Susie, but I thought, well, that's not going to happen. And then they thought, oh, no, I can come out. But then I was Eddie, and I am gender fluid. And I've just recently thought, why don't I add Susie in so I can be Susie Eddie Izzard? So I told that to a friend, and a friend said, oh, I'll call you Susie. So in the last it's only about 6 weeks, people say, I'll call you Susie, and then it's become a kind of flood of, well, I'll call you Susie. So now I'm sort of traveling as Susie Izzard, but I don't mind Eddie Izzard. I don't mind he, him, she, her. I'm keeping it very loose, baby, so that the entire world can just have a warm bath over
But do you feel like it's a warm bath when somebody says, hey, Susie?
Well, Susie, it's a strong hit. It's a strong positive hit. It's like, I can't believe it. So I feel very happy.
I feel very happy.
Very happy.
Something as just recognizing what people want to be called.
It was a strong hit. That's what got me that phrase. It's a strong hit when someone called me Susie. And I was like, oh, wow, that really, yes, we should call people what they want to be called. I mean, that's ridiculous that we're fighting that in any way, shape, or form.
You know what? I mean, this is a little off topic, but it's sort of, okay, I'm going to open up a whole other kettle of fish here. But it's like when you grow up with nicknames, and then the person saying, I no longer want that nickname. And then they go, hey, Damone. And then they go, okay, start calling me by my real name. And people go, I don't want to do that. Is it because they don't want to accept the change? Because we've had some nicknames in my family that I just go.
They make my eyes go roll in the back of my head. And I can't even believe that back then you thought, oh, that's a good idea. I don't know if you're sharing the names, but
I'm not going to share the names, but it's like, but these are people who go, don't call me that, very clearly. And people still call them that. And I just wonder, I don't know, but it's so simple. It's just like, hi, I prefer being called Michael, not Mike. Now, do people in my family still call me Mike? Absolutely. They do. It's what they grew up. But that is not, for me, it's like, that's apples, oranges. I'm not going to fight that. But if I go, my pronouns are he, him, and someone keeps referring to me as she, her, out of whatever, that right there, I think that's wrong. You know, it's a very simple thing to fix.
But Michael, on top of all that, it's not just, well, I'm whatever the pronoun is, I'm changing my pronouns from when I was born to this, and I want you to respect me. Now we're actually writing laws saying that you can't, accept the pronouns in elementary school if someone has a different pronoun from what they were born with.
You can't speak.
You can't even say things. So that's really the bigger problem. I mean, people can find a new family. I mean, as many of us did, we found new families because we're like, well, we're not getting what we want from our family, so we have to reach out. We have to embrace
our chosen families.
Our chosen families.
Those of us who are marginalized have often done
the
that.
law thing gets me like nobody's business. We have someone later on who's going to speak to that, but well, I think we do that right now. Maybe I'll jump ahead. You don't care if I jump ahead.
No, jump ahead.
You sent me this, and I do not know Senator Patty Murray. She's a Democrat from Washington.
We should all know who she is, though, because she said something that was absolutely just both heartbreaking and beautiful and stunning.
So this is, she's speaking truth. Here we go.
My message today to everyone who's been encouraging or complicit in the attacks on the LGBT community is simple. First, leave kids and families alone. You are not their doctor. You are not their parent. You have no idea what they are going through, what they have gone through, or what is best for them. It is not your say, and it is not your business. Second, be kind. Be kind. You do not have to bully people because they are different. You do not have to champion hatred and fear or anger. You can make a different choice. It's really not that hard to listen, to learn, to respect, and accept people for who they are, to have compassion. And I promise it will make your world brighter and your heart will be lighter. Finally, if you do continue down this dangerous path, bullying kids, erasing LGBTQ people, and demonizing them with dangerous rhetoric, I will rise against you every step of the way, and I will do so with pride.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. And that's what gets me frustrated as a parent. If I was in one of those states where they're taking books away, if I was in one of those states that they're saying, no, you can't choose your own pronouns or you can't choose your own name, that would drive me crazy as a parent, saying, but that's the most healthy thing for my child. My child needs to see inclusion, needs to see themselves in the books that you have at the school. My child needs to be called the pronouns that make them feel safe and comfortable. My child needs to be included in your programs and be able to talk about their two daddies or about their own life. It doesn't make any sense that you go, no, because you're different, you don't get to talk about yourself. And that's going to cause a lot of harm down the line. It's
already causing harm. You can already see it. You can see the harm it's caused. I mean, our child talks about it. Max and I have had these conversations.
Well, and also, I mean, we're looking for colleges now. We're in the college phase, and we're marking out every single state that has laws because it's not safe for Max to go to a state that is going to, basically deny them. That's not what I want for my kid.
No, not at all.
And I imagine the thing is, there's a bunch of other parents out there just like us. We're like, yeah, our kids aren't going to those colleges either.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Sean, how you doing, baby?
I see that their lack of inclusion is going to hit them in the money belt at some point.
I don't know how much it will because I don't know, are people going to go to college anymore? I don't know. I mean, I know we want our kid to go, but
I'm repositioning my bad knee.
I'm trying to read comments. Wait, these are happening so fast. I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, I'll just skip ahead. I can't read it because I don't want to wear my glasses because I got those cheap readers.
Well, Damone has something. This is where'd it go? Here's something. I do agree that folks should not be demonized because of their personal choices. I think the school is not the place for this to be taught. Deal with reading, writing, and arithmetic, and leave that part of sociology for me to teach. I agree with that 100%.
But at the same time, if I walk in, because we talked about that because of the previous school district that Max was in, that we knew that could be a very homophobic community, and we walked in together and decided, well, guess what? You particularly, we're going to take over the school as the parents who do everything, and you can't miss us because you have to see us every single time. You have to accept us because you're not willing to do the work. And my husband is over there doing this. And I'm showing up for everything that he says I have to because they needed to see us together in this.
No, and I imagine when they went home, they very well could have said bad things about us, but I didn't see it in our presence.
But not here.
Moving forward. So Dylan Mulvaney, I want to say the name correctly. I have to say, we talked about Dylan Mulvaney like last year at one point. She came into our show.
No, but so for those who don't know who Dylan,
that's what we're going to do. We're picking it apart right now. We're picking apart. So your best nutshell version of who Dylan Mulvaney is, Michael.
Hey, Julie. Dylan Mulvaney is a trans activist or
influencer too.
Trans activist and influencer who didn't really start off being a trans activist and influencer. A little over a year and some change ago, they started their transition. And what they did is that they documented their transition from day one. They were going to do 1 year of being a girl from the first day they started their transition and 1 year later, and documented every single day. Well, she blows up. And because she has this lovely, really giving energy and spirit. And so she becomes this sort of
sensation.
And and then and all these things start happening to her, and it's great and it's wonderful, and People are just loving her. She has
Well, let me give an example. 2 months ago, Bud Light did well, it wasn't really a campaign, but they do these kind of inclusions of like the influencers, and they'll do like a special can with someone's face on it. They have taken it off the table that it was a campaign or an advertising campaign of any sort, but they do like including that. So in Bud Light, there was a beer can with Dylan Mulvaney's image on it. And I'm sure many of you have heard that, the far right is like, ooh, don't drink Miller Lite. Well, it's because of Dylan Mulvaney. Bud Light. Don't drink Bud Light. And it was because of Dylan Mulvaney that this is what some of the right are now saying they want to ban. And so Dylan Mulvaney has kind of been in this crazy center of the spotlight, not only for like progressives as look at what we can do, but for conservatives as saying, and they attach her name, and this is what gets really sickening. They attach her name for being, oh God, what's that word, Michael? I'm blanking. The little guy pedophile, the groomer.
Oh, grooming.
By being the groomer. And so they see Dylan Mulvaney, for whatever reason, by being on the can of Bud Light, as being the #1 groomer in the United States, or some of these people do. And so they end up like, I feel sorry for
this young woman who weighs $105.
Just weighs nothing. Anyway, so Dylan Mulvaney was at the Tony Awards last week. And here is the clip that they put online.
Start spreading the news. It's the Tony Awards. I'm headed to my very first Tony Awards with Meta. This is my Super Bowl, y'all. I think most of you already know this, but I am like the biggest theater girl. I started dance class when I was 3 years old, and the first show I ever performed in was High School Musical when I was 10, and I played Ryan back then, but now I would obviously play Sharpay. Oh my gosh, okay, I have to show you the dress. Are you ready? And here's the dress. Christian Siriano came through. I love you, Christian. And, oh my God, we're gonna be late. Let's go.
Dylan, looking right here on your right, please.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That just scared the hell out of me.
So Dylan took a photo op with Tony the Tiger. I guess Tony the Tiger was at the Tonys because of the Tony connection, is my one guess that I have.
Hey, Cynthia.
Who knows why Tony the Tiger was really at the Tonys, but okay, everyone's promoting something. And the right have lost their minds. Do you know this guy, Joey Maniero? Do you know?
I don't need to.
He's another influencer. Yeah. Folks, we have to a new boycott to add to the list. I'm truly sorry to say it because I love this brand. The Frosted Flakes mascot, Tony the Tiger, has just posed for a photo with Dylan Mulvaney and even acted like a fan. That's always been my line. You associate with Dylan Mulvaney and you're done with me. Oh my God, I can't even read the rest of it. It's just this type of garbage. And so the right has been very busy this last week, I guess, banning Kellogg's. Like, so we're not going to eat any more Kellogg's cereal because Tony the Tiger happened to be on the red carpet with
Bud Light. And the thing is that,
here's the image. Ready for the image?
Yeah.
What are they going to eat this month? That's my question. We can't go to McDonald's and Wendy's and Arby's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and Papa John's and Pizza Hut and Starbucks. Where are you going to eat?
Here's the weird thing. When you start talking about allyship and people faking it to make it, Papa John brand is owned by a Trump supporter. And that's when it becomes performative. That's performative.
Well, I don't know that it's performative. It's money. It's money grubbing, Mikey. Is that what performative means in that instance? I mean, they just want their money. They're like, well, we'll throw some rainbow flags on them.
But it's like he's a known. It's crazy.
But you took it off the track. I'm fascinated. If you're going to start canceling every single thing that there's a gay flag on, it's going to be Target and Bud Light and Tony the Tiger. Seriously, where are they going to eat this month? That's all I'm asking. Because every single major company has said, well, we're going to side with the gays on this because we want to make a bunch of money with rainbow flags.
Where they eat?
I don't know that I do either. But I found it funny. You have to find it funny. Come on.
No, it's hysterical.
We do a comedy show, Michael. Be funny. Laugh at it. Go. That's what
I'm so stupid.
I'm pouring my second glass.
You slow tonight.
I know. So I have a thing. You have not seen this, I don't think. And I told you about it, but I love love this person. Okay, so he's a Swedish Liberal Party leader. I don't know how to say his name correctly. I want to say, if I read it with my American accent, it'd be Jan Johnson, but I'm sure it's like Jan Johnson. Jan Johnson.
Haven't you ever seen Jamie Lee Curtis in the name with Eddie Murphy? What's the Eddie Murphy movie with?
That's yours.
Huh? Oh, what is it called?
Where are you going with this, honey? You interrupted my thought.
Yeah, from Sweden.
Okay. Yes, that doesn't even. I have to finish what I'm doing. You can't interrupt me if you have a senior moment. It doesn't work. Our vibe has to.
Trading places. Thank you, Benay. Go. You may go ahead now.
Was it worth the interruption, the senior moment, to slow my roll? Swedish. So what I found fascinating about Sweden, I guess they have four political parties, right? And Jan Johnson is of the Liberal Party leader, but there's also the Democratic Party, which I guess skews right. So it's confusing to me. So a lot of this message of Jan Johnson, right, is leading to the right Democrats. But here he is. This is him. I'm just letting it do itself. Here we go.
Sagor är inte farliga för barn och det är inte drag queens heller. Men populism och intolerans, det är farligt för barn och för vuxna. När högerpopulister försöker bestämma över kulturen och förbjuda sagoläsande drag queens begränsar de barns frihet. Friheten att skratta, inspireras och upptäcka nya världar. De kommer inte att nöja sig förrän hela världen är lika grå och trist som deras. Det här är en tid när vi behöver mer glitter, kärlek och regnbågar.
Kan du berätta slutet av sagan?
Ja visst, det kan jag göra. Han hade berättat för mig vad han tänkte göra.
First of all, that bitch is fierce.
Fierce.
I know.
Second of all, Maxwell wants to learn Swedish, and I don't know if I can listen.
I found it so beautiful. That is so weird. It was like
you were into it. You went there. Can you imagine one of our political leaders, I don't care what party, putting on drag to make a point?
It would be amazing.
That's someone very secure in themselves, and I love him.
George Santos would do it.
What?
George Santos would do it.
Isn't he in jail yet?
Why can't these bitches go to jail? Why can't they go to jail?
I think he's supposed to go to jail. So we have to give credit here. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm finding it. Okay. So the winner of Drag Race Sweden Season 1 was named Admira Thunderpussy. And Admira Thunderpussy did the makeup.
Come on, Miss Thunderpussy.
I thought that was lovely. That Drag Race is everywhere.
That's close to my nickname in college. I was Thunder Bussy. Jan Monroe is here. That was gorgeous, though. I love that. The thing is that, you know, I'm such a fucking pessimist, as you well know, and I keep going things like, I'm like, is it going to get better? Is it going to get better? Is it going to get better? No.
This is the President of the United States talking. I know this is going to balm you entirely, but I let it flow over me and give me comfort.
These are our kids. These are our neighbors. Not somebody else's kids. They're all our kids. And our children are the kite strings that hold our national ambitions aloft. It matters a great deal how we treat everyone in this country. LGBTQ Americans, especially children, you're loved, you're heard, and this administration has your back.
When you think that Obama could not say that his first term in office, Michael, remember? He couldn't say that. Anything like that.
Well, there's a lot of things he couldn't say.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong on that.
But
the fact that there is a president of the United States looking out for the children in a way that the Republicans have been saying they're looking out for children, but we know that doesn't seem to be that high on their list.
Busy banning books and drag shows and trans health to care about that the number one killer of children in this country are guns.
Mm-hmm.
The number one killer of children is guns.
Here is the White House this week. We should pay tribute to that.
Come on, inclusion flag.
Mm-hmm. The Progress Pride flag. And so Fox News, after the flag was put up, had an article on their website that said, White House flew controversial new transgender flag that promotes grooming and pedophilia. And it went back and forth, with different people kind of going back and forth. And finally someone said, well, weren't you the ones that were just sued for lies? And they took down the original title and they changed it to White House flew controversial new transgender flag that troubles some critics in the gay community. I mean, they kind of...
Those people. Hey, Larissa.
Trust me, I am not worried about the people flying trans or gay flags being our groomers in our country. I'm worried about what the thing we showed last week about what's I got it from Carrie D, was that her name? Yeah. Who talked about the priests and talked about even that in terms of governmental people who have been arrested for pedophilia have all been Republicans. Just saying.
And church folk.
And yeah, priests, exactly.
Steve Wishnoff, they're church folk. They are the people you send every week, your children.
After the flag went up, I know he's your favorite, Michael, Elon Musk. Elon Musk did this post.
Gender affirming care for minors is pure evil. Okay.
I can freely hate him.
Oh, I absolutely hate him. He's a white supremacist. He is a straight up white supremacist. And the fact that there are people who idolize him, idolize people like Joe Rogan, and I just go, well, the snowball in the house.
I need more ice. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
See, I bought ice in a cup because of someone's house, and I couldn't get to the refrigerator, so I just put some ice in the cup in my thing. But Elon Musk is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. It's like the things that he says and does. It's like it's a handbook right out of white supremacy, and I just don't understand. I don't get it. No, I do. I do get it, because right now there is a large portion of people in this country who are just grasping for those bits of power.
Well, every time they do one of those polls and they talk, whether it's about gay people, about abortion, about whatever, people are much more centrist in most of those issues than the extreme right. It's just the extreme right is exceptionally loud.
Because we're not loud enough. That's the problem, because we're still dealing with people who won't confront their family on their racist, on their white supremacist past.
Okay, I need to do something fun. So can I do something fun?
Because I was about to go off, wasn't I?
No, I like it when you go off. I do.
Go off.
Do you want to continue?
I don't need to continue, but I was about to go off. Now go on and do something fun.
So I was reading the Daily Cause today, and they have a Cheers and Jeers Monday section, and they had this is the part of this one section. It says headlines you won't read today, and I have about 6 or 7 headlines that you won't read today. Number 1: scandal explodes in the Biden administration. Headlines you won't read today. Twitter under Musk turns a profit. A headline you won't read today. News network devotes segment to climate change. Cancel culture. Wait, I read this wrong. Culture cancels cancel culture. Culture cancel. I know that's a bit of a tongue twister. Putin outsmarts Zelensky. A headline you won't read today. 2 more. Are you ready? 2 more. No conservative, religious/political leaders arrested on child sex charges.
Boom.
Boom. Won't read it again. Last but not least, Josh Hawley runs towards danger. I thought that was genius. I applaud the Daily Cause for their humor.
Hi, Dion Labriola, who's at a concert. Dion, hi.
Why is he at a concert watching us? Is it a boring concert? You shouldn't be watching.
Hi, Dion.
He said, "Look, I'm putting him on the show. I'm at a concert and can't hear a thing, but I had to stop in to say hi." How exciting is a concert if you're in your phone, Dion? That's my question.
Well, it depends.
I don't recall going on a phone when I'm at a concert.
It's Bjork. Why not?
But then why go to a Bjork concert?
I don't know. I don't understand things like that.
I'm sure there's some black people that like Bjork. I don't have anyone.
We know. Okay. In the comments, does anybody know anyone? Hey, Teresa Ford. Does anyone
Any
know
black people who like Bjork?
Black people like Bjork. I'm just curious.
Just curious. So we're out of gay news. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no, we have one more. This is up to you.
Which one was it?
Rose Montoya.
Okay.
I don't know. You have a lot to say, I think.
Okay. So this happened. The White House invited hundreds of trans and queer activists and social media influencers to go to the White House. And during for Pride and to like show solidarity and to be there and to to like make people go, look, this is the, for lack of a better word, rainbow of
here we go.
Citizens.
But no, look, now watch the second half, Michael.
No, Courtney knew when my finger went up. Courtney knew what I was about to say. Courtney knew. I was like, Courtney Leeper, girl. Okay, I'm still waiting because I'm okay with you liking a couple of them. Because,
I don't. Do you know Larissa Simmer likes Bjork? I don't know Larissa Simmer. Do I? No.
Hmm? So anyway,
we're not caring. Okay, we're moving forward. Moving forward.
But so a trans activist decided that
Rose Montoya
decided that they would. Do you have the video?
I have no video. No.
Oh, decided that they would show their breasts.
Well, what I heard was there were some trans males there that were shirtless, and they. Sorry.
Yeah,
did you correct me?
No, I said trans men. I was right.
Are you correcting me? There were some trans men there who were shirtless, were topless, and they and I guess Rose Montoya, being a trans female, is she trans female? Am I saying? I don't even know if she's trans. I kind of read this article very quickly. You were the one who wanted to do this. So trans female and said, "Well, I want to be topless too." Got carried away in the moment, took off her top and displayed her breasts. Continue.
At the White House.
At the White House. Well, but there were naked, topless men, so topless.
And her thing was that, well, I support free the nipple. And I was like, hey, Laura Lee. And I'm like, I understand that. I understand that. Free the nipple. And women should be able to be topless as well as men because we have.
You're talking yourself out of your argument. You got to get to your point.
No, but what I'm saying is that not at the White House.
Not at the White House. There we go.
Time when we are in a place.
There's a time when you can show the nip. This is where we are. There is a perfectly good
where every little thing happens and the right wing will use it completely to discredit us and call us pedophiles and rumors and all these
things. Here you go, Michael. Read this.
You're at the damn White House. And, the thing is like, I understand. And, and this person is allegedly Latino.
I don't say allegedly.
I know, but I don't know if they identify as white Latino or Latino, if that's even a thing, but it is.
You're talking all over the place now. All I know, it doesn't. I don't think we have to enter. We don't have to bring race into this. Race doesn't have to enter into this at all. I caused a problem. A stir is happening. No, it doesn't have to. It's just someone was topless at the White House in an inappropriate way. She's never asked back, by the way. Did you hear that? That the White House, at least the Biden White House, will never invite her in. Very possibly, it becomes a Republican White House. Trump will say, "Hey, you're topless. Come on back." I have no idea. What?
You think Trump's going to jail?
It's too confusing. No one knows what. There's no Once again, Trump rides on the rail of there is no precedent. So people get confused and worried, and so then they don't follow precedent, which is he's guilty, put him in jail. So they don't do the obvious choice. They go. So like we said last week about the valet, I have a belief the valet will go to jail, and that's supposed to satisfy Trump's misdeed, I guess. But I don't know that Trump will. But there are many people, there are many pundits who say that they don't see how he can get out of it at this juncture.
Well, pundits got to talk because that's their job. They got to talk.
Now, don't take the punditry out of pundits. Okay, well, actually, I'm gonna end the gay segment. I forgot to say one more on a positive. So J. Harrison Ghee, who won a Tony last week for lead male actor in a musical, went to the White House. Yay! And I'm not in the right spot for this. Anyway, So here he is. Ding, ding. Where is he? Aha.
I'm humbled and honored to be here today at the White House after having just won my first Tony Award. This moment of visibility, of representation, it means everything. Not just for the industry of entertainment and arts and removing boundaries and labels and limits, but really for society. As an artist, Toni Morrison said, our art can be effective and beautiful at the same time. And so with my art, I hope to be intentionally walking in my purpose and doing it all with love and sharing that with audiences 8 times a week and making a difference and making people leave the theater a little differently than when they came.
So you didn't see that before?
I didn't see that.
What did you think?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's truthful. I think he didn't have to take his top off to make that point.
He needed a better shirt.
Jenny, I don't know.
No, his shirt was all crumpled. You didn't see that.
Oh,
I went, why is he wearing a crumpled shirt? Because the rest of the outfit was totally awesome. I just wanted to wear, if it was going to be a black T-shirt, just to wear something without a.
It might have been fashion. I don't know. You know me.
No, that wasn't fashion. That was laziness.
Can you put Greg's comment up?
Oh, sure.
This boozing with gays. There's no end of the gay segment.
It was, well, we're in gay pride. You're very correct in that, I think.
Yeah.
But I thought his message, I want to go back to the message. His message was so
gorgeous.
Although, okay, answer me this honestly, Michael Shepard. If you won a Tony one week and you were invited to the White House the next week.
I'm sorry. Let's start off.
Yes.
When I win the Tony.
When you won the Tony and then you're invited to a Democratic White House event afterwards, do you bring the Tony to the White House? Just, I want to know protocol.
I'm walking into every restaurant. Honey, I am going to be.
Because, my mother, Sally Foster, would tell me, oh, don't brag. No, don't bring the Tony to the White House. That's enough. You've won it. That can stay on your shelf.
Tony. We gonna be
like, he's on there spinning the little Tony medallion.
I will be like all up in it. I'm sorry. I'll be like Miss Shelley Winters at her audition where she pulls out her 2 Academy Awards.
This is my audition.
Here. Shelley Winters, will you audition for this movie? Here's my audition. You got a callback. Here's my callback. Yes, I would have it everywhere. Why wouldn't you? Look, the number of Black people who have been awarded that award with the and we can't keep, we still have to count Audra McDonald as one Black person. 7 awards, 1 Black person. But, the number of Black people who have won that coveted.
I would imagine there are more Tony Black winners than Oscar Black winners, for example. Would you think?
Okay. I think we need to find out.
I do believe there are probably more gay Black winners than the Tonys. Definitely. It is the gayest awards. No?
No. Okay.
Look at the gay speeches we saw just this year alone.
Billy Porter.
No. Oh, you're talking about Black? What are we talking about now?
You said Black queer, right?
No, I wasn't saying Black queer. I said gay. Just gay in general.
Oh, I guess.
No, I don't know a lot of. Anyway, that's what's. Anyway,
how many gay people have won the Academy Award? Crickets.
Who?
Crickets.
Are we talking about actors or everyone? I don't know.
Actors. But I don't know. How many? Steve Wishnoff, this would be a good question for you. Oh, Jennifer Lee Warren, you mean out gay?
Exactly, that's the problem.
My nephew said, it's a gay award show for a gay industry, Hutch.
Okay, I have to do this. We're jumping from the gay boat, which is so much fun.
We jumped.
We're moving on to politics, and only because I love this clip. Ted Cruz was asked on the Joe Pag show about impeaching Biden, and this is his response.
If the Senate gets the impeachment and a trial is held, do you think you could ever get a supermajority to remove him?
I don't think Senate Democrats, if you had video of Joe Biden murdering children dressed as the devil under a full moon while singing Pat Benatar, they still wouldn't vote to convict.
That's nuts.
All he could find was Pat Benatar. Think of this. Think of all of, I don't know, the heavy rock metal bands he could have chosen. Anyone. Ozzy Osbourne. I don't care. And he chose Pat Benatar.
No problems here. No demands. Love is a battlefield.
You could just see the gears turning. He's like, Pat Benatar. Is that good? He's like doing satanic rituals, full moon, and Pat Benatar. He missed.
Was Sheena Easton too far gone?
Sheena Easton he couldn't find it.
Baby takes the
morning train. He couldn't think of Olivia Newton-John.
So Pat Benatar.
I can't stop laughing at that.
But think about it. That's his last frame of reference is Pat Benatar. Like he doesn't know anyone else.
Here we go, Michael.
Benatar. To quote Bugs Bunny, what a maroon.
What a maroon.
Oh, my.
Singing Pat Benatar. Oh my God. No, Pat. Someone said poor Pat. Julie said poor Pat. And I'm like, no, Pat's gotten a bump in the ratings. She's all of a sudden, she's trending.
Everyone's
He's
like,
fine.
Benatar.
Pat Benatar.
Everyone, like all the Republicans over like 60. Who's Pat Benatar? He must be evil.
And then meanwhile, the Democrats are saying, oh, we got to counter do this. Let's buy a bunch of her old records. So, you know, it'll all wash out.
It'll all what?
Exactly. Marilyn Manson. People have suggestions. They're supposed to Pat Benatar. Marilyn Manson. Yeah, there's a lot of good suggestions he could have
Corey Feldman. He's a singer. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Our favorite Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about pardoning Trump.
Is there any world in which President Biden would consider pardoning the former president?
I'm just not going to speak to that. No comment.
She just laughed. She's like, yeah, no, not going to happen.
She said, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it.
She's like, she tried to keep a straight face. Yeah, I can't even keep a straight face.
Today, I've been sitting up here proper and kind. Ask me that question again, I'm going to show you what the black girl means. Don't make me show my black lesbian side. Don't make me show my black lesbian side. I'm trying to be nice up in here today. We've had a lot of bullshit thrown at us. Do not make me try to answer that question. Next.
Oh my goodness, how much time is it? Okay.
She said, back to you, Becky.
Back to you, Becky. So we're kind of to.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is, an easy one. So I asked you this earlier today, but I said, which state has banned banning books? Which state is it? You cannot ban books.
I knew exactly which
this
one.
This landmark bill signed into law on Monday. It says libraries will lose their funding if they remove books from their shelves based on someone's personal interest or partisan disapproval. Which state? Guesses from the House. Anyone want to guess? Michael, you know the answer. You can't guess.
Oh, Sean Taylor already is.
It's already there. Everyone knows the answer to this.
No.
I got Illinois. I'm just a shout out to Illinois. Michael Shepard, your home state.
Sean Taylor, Alton, Illinois. Rita Love, you still here? Alton, Illinois. Cassandra, you still here? Or Alton, Illinois? We all grew up there.
Someone said it ain't for damn sure Michigan.
Florida.
This is fascinating to me. So we're going to do two things, and then we're going to go to your videos, Michael, because you have two videos you want to share. Fort Bragg was named after Braxton Bragg, a Confederate general and slave owner. And it was recently renamed Fort Liberty. And for some reason, and I honestly don't see how this gains anyone votes, but both DeSantis and Pence have said if it were up to them and they get into power and they get the presidency, they're going to rename the Fort Bragg once again. Here are two quotes that both those luminaries have said. Just insane. DeSantis said, it's an iconic name, an iconic base, and we're not going to let political correctness run amok in North Carolina. And Pence said, we will end the political correctness in the hallways of the Pentagon, and North Carolina will once again become home to Fort Bragg. Michael, why are these people insisting on naming this fort after a slaveholder and Confederate general?
They're white supremacists. I think that answer is so easy.
Where are they? Did not know.
I know. It's so hard to pick out the white supremacists these days.
Who are you looking at?
Show themselves. By the way, for y'all Taylor Swift fans, you know she was just dating a white supremacist, right? Nobody said shit about that.
I didn't know she was dating. Well, who was she dating?
She broke up with him because, she's that kind of a hoe. But don't nobody talk about her.
She's a hoe because she broke up with someone.
Not how many people she dates because, she's has that privilege behind her. No, she was dating a white supremacist. And all of a sudden she broke up with him. And everyone goes, oh, it's so sad. We broke up with her. I'm like, she was dating a white supremacist.
I need to know who. Who is it? Does our team know? Does anyone know?
And nobody didn't say a word.
You're saying a word? Maybe it's up to you. Maybe it is your job to say the word.
I'm saying the word. I wish I could remember the little boy.
Yeah, Benai goes, I need names. Benai said, I need names.
Look it up, y'all. The little last boy she broke up with posted all this white supremacy shit.
Well,
all this prejudice.
I'm wondering, do you think she broke up with him because?
Why she dated him in the first place? Well, all she had to do was do a Google search. She'd find that shit. Okay?
You are unforgiving. You are unforgiving.
No, fuck her.
I don't need to support Taylor Swift. Actually, I'm not that way. But we do have Michael Shepard 2 videos that you gave. Which you have to give me which one would you want? Do you want to do first?
All right. So, which one? I forgot what the second one is.
I think we'll do the seriouser one first.
Okay, we're gonna do the serious one first because the last one is it's for those of us who are baby boomers.
You totally read my mind. Okay. Do you want to set this up in any way, or am I just doing this?
Just do it.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll, let's roll, let's roll the boat. Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll, let's roll the boat. Baby roll the boat, baby roll the boat, hey. Baby roll the boat, baby roll the boat, hey. Mommy roll the boat, mommy roll the boat, hey. Mommy roll the boat, mommy roll the boat, hey. Daddy roll the boat, daddy roll the boat, hey. Daddy roll the boat, daddy roll the boat, hey. Grandma roll the boat, grandma roll the boat, hey. Grandma roll the boat, grandma roll the boat, hey. Grandpa roll the boat.
I wish you could have watched my husband, Michael Shepard, do the dance during that whole thing. That was more amazing than
Daddy rode a boat. Daddy rode a boat. Hey,
hey.
Daddy rode a boat. Hey.
Tell everyone why we should care. Why do we care?
So that video is from a YouTube channel called Gracie's World. And Gracie's World was created during the pandemic because father, Dr. Javor, what is his name? Javoris. Dr. Javoris Hollingsworth and his daughter decided that there was not enough representation of Black kids on the internet. So they created this thing called Gracie's World.
You have to mention the wife, too. I imagine the wife.
The PhD. I can't
Arlene Gordon Hollingsworth.
Arlene Gordon Hollingsworth, PhD. And so they created this series, and all it is a little Black girl. Her name is Grayson, and her nickname is Gracie. And Gracie is their actual daughter. So they created this world, and it is the most fun, beautiful thing to see a kid show focused around Black traditions and Black culture. And it's taken off. It's like,
and who was the guest star on this episode?
And everything has like 10, 50 million views. And they sing songs. Go to YouTube, find it, Gracie's Corner. So this week they featured Big Frida. Big Frida is known for the bounce, baby, the bounce music. And Big Frida is it is Big Frida, Jennifer. And Big Frida is a gender non-conforming artist, and they are just this powerhouse. They have been on the last 2 Beyonce albums. They are like featured on all these different recordings, and they are an entrepreneur, and they are just this amazing human being who is gender non-conforming. Well, child, this song, which has the bounce to it, and I'm in the kitchen like still. I ain't got kids around me that age. I'm like, baby, do the roll, clap, 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 clap. I'm on this song is fierce. But now all these people are saying you're trying to make our kids because because that cartoon you just saw, it was a person, people going, well, how kids are going to be confused because they have a deep voice, but they're dressed like a woman. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers need to stop.
You gotta stop saying white people, Michael Shepard, because everyone has issues.
People gotta stop.
Everyone has issues.
No. I didn't say white people that time. You heard white people.
Earlier in the episode, you said white people about.
I'm talking about Black people. Black people right now.
I know. What I'm saying is everyone has the issues.
That's what this country wants us to do. Is they want to pit all Black people against each other. Stop it. Teach your children to understand that there are so many of us out there that are going to be different, and they remain open and loving and caring. And that's going to get them through this white supremacist bullshit, because they're going to know that we're all in this same boat together. But I'm just going to say this, Big Frida, you killed that song. Seriously, just go on YouTube, type in Big Frida, Freedia, and that song is the shit.
Okay, we're rounding out, my love. Last one.
All right.
No setup?
No setup. Just
do it. Here we go. Our last thing for you tonight.
Suzanne Summers and the Buckmaster Dancers.
First you put your 2 knees and press up tight, and then you move them in and out, kind of nice and light. You lie down on the floor, time to get out of your rut. You move them in and out, and side to side, it's great for your butt. Ooh, tired of feeling like a big old tub of lard. You use your button master, you'll get nice and hard. You use it every day, no way to firm up faster. You wonder how you live without your butt master.
Hi, I'm Deanna Jones, the inventor of the Buttmaster, and I'd like to show you how to use it properly.
Hi, I've never been filmed before, and I don't know quite where to look.
Now, y'all, you can laugh at Miss Suzanne Summers.
Oh my God, you brought the Buttmaster into our show, Michael Shepard. I decided they do so many fast cuts in that thing. I have a strong belief Suzanne Summers really can't move. That's my thought.
They said that, if you use the Buttmaster, you'll get hard.
You'll get harder. You'll get harder.
Before y'all laugh, Suzanne Summers is worth $107 million.
That's right, $105 million.
$105 million.
105. I looked her up. I said, we can laugh at Susan Summers all we want about the Buttmaster, but she's got money. She should fund us, Michael. Let's call Suzanne.
Come on. Hey, guess
Until
what?
next week.
I'll see you Monday in person.
Is it next Monday in person?
Monday in person.
I'm very excited.
No.
Night.
Bye, y'all. Love you.